Hello, I'm Carol Corbett, Senior Administration Officer, HR Governance and Policy. I'd like to walk you through a simple example of how to use Trello. Trello is a web-based project management application. It can be used for a variety of work and personal purposes, such as project management and event planning. Trello hosts its data on Amazon Cloud, and there is a free version which we are using at the moment, or you can upgrade to a business class which gives you additional features and integrates to other apps. So basically Trello is a highly organized to-do list. The basics of Trello is the creation of a board, which is your project. Under the board you have a series of lists, and under the lists you have a series of cards, which is your tasks that you want to do for your project. So to log on to Trello, you go to your web browser and type Trello. You get to the login page. Now you need an account to access Trello. So if you don't have an account, click on create an account, type in your name, email address, create a password, click on new account. Trello will send you an email and you'll have to verify your email account, and then you'll have access to Trello. Once you do have access, you can sign in. I'll sign into the corporate Trello board that I have, or Trello account that I have created. So when I get to my home page, I can see the boards that I've already created. So to create another board, you just click on Create New Board, add a title, here you can choose a team. If you've already set up another team, you can choose it to be private or public, and you can choose a background and click Create Board. So now we've got a board that's been created called Team Event. Now we can add our lists. I'll make it simple for the example: a to-do list, a doing list, and a done list. Right. And now we can add cards to our lists. Of all the tasks that I want to do in order to be able to do this project. You don't have to do them in any particular order because you can move the cards around easily. So I'll leave it at that for the purpose of the exercise. And to move cards around, you just click and drag. So now you can click into the cards and put a lot more detail into each card. So you can add a description, and save, and you can add as many comments as you like. And save, and any comments will be added to the activity log down below. Now I can add members to the cards if I want to collaborate with a person or I want to give them the responsibility of doing that task. So you type in their email address, if you have an account, it will find the account and you'll be able to send it immediately. If the person doesn't have an account, they will email an invitation to join Trello. So select send, and it's added me as a member to this card. Also, you can put a due date. So I want to do this by Thursday, and you'll get an email to remind you of that event. You can add attachments. So someone might have given me a good idea that I'd like to put down of Oliver Brown. Sounds like a good place to go. And I can also add a link here as well so that anyone else looking at the card can have a look at Oliver Brown's restaurant or cafe. You can also attach labels to the cards, so you can set up labels here. It would depend on what type of board you have, but I'll just do a simple example of a high importance, low importance. I'll just use those cards. So for the card I have now, select a venue, I think that'd be pretty high in importance. Then click out of there. I can also add a checklist if I like from here, and that will give a clear indication of what I need to do for this card to be completed. Now if I want to actually do the card, if I want to do the work of selecting a venue, I can click the card and drag it to doing, indicating that I am now doing that task and I've still got the other two tasks to do. If I have actually selected that task and everything's complete, I can click and drag it to done. Okay. There are other functions over here. You can filter cards, you can filter from your labels, you can add stickers, you can add some power-ups, although some of the power-ups you need the premium Trello to use, but you can add some, for example, the calendar. So you'll notice the calendar's been added, and if I click on the calendar, it will show me when our card is due, which is very handy if you have a big project to see what's ahead of you. Okay, and you can also add a picture in your profile so it's easy for people to see who's collaborating on what card by clicking, that's corporate team, click profile, and here you can upload a picture of yourself, which will then be used instead of your initials. Okay, so if we go back to the main board, you can see our board's been added, and you can click on the board and work on it whenever you like. You can also save the board by closing the board, and it will give you an option to permanently delete the board. Or you can copy the board if it's relevant, and you can move cards around. Lots of options there to do. So I'd just like to draw your attention to the Trello Inspiration webpage. They have a lot of examples of people that have created boards and made them public, and it gives you a great opportunity to have a look at the creativity and what you can actually use Trello for. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I won't give up my day job, but thank you for listening.